Elon Musk held a virtual meeting with the employees of Twitter today. The entrepreneur offered $44 billion to buy the social media company back in April, but that deal has been on hold, awaiting details of spam or fake accounts, which could impact the company's value. The CEO of Tesla has described Twitter as a town hall for humanity. And joining us now is Mike Davis, founder and president of the Internet Accountability Project. Mike, thanks for coming on. Great to see you again. What more do you know about this meeting between Elon Musk and the employees of Twitter today?
Well, I mean, it sounds like Musk is making progress in acquiring Twitter, and that's a good thing. But I think the bigger issue here is that we shouldn't have to rely on a benevolent billionaire like Elon Musk in order to enjoy free speech online. The problem is that we have these big tech monopolists who control online discussion, online commerce, the political discourse, and that shouldn't be the case. And I think what we need to do is we need to update and enforce our century-old antitrust laws to break up big tech so they don't have this gatekeeping power.
Yeah, and there were some leaked internal messages between Twitter employees alleging the platform is considering banning the conservative account Libs of TikTok. You know, this is many conservative tweets are being flagged for violating the hateful conduct rule. I want to get your thoughts on that and how conservatives seem to be treated on the platform compared to liberal accounts.
Well, there's no question that conservatives are discriminated against on these online platforms. I've been kicked off Twitter 5 times. 4 of them were mistakes, they said, after I raised a political ruckus. One time they didn't respond. The bigger problem is this. Google owns YouTube. Facebook owns Instagram and WhatsApp. They control online communication. We need to break them up. There is a bill going through the House and the Senate right now, sponsored by Senator Chuck Grassley, my former boss, and Congressman Ken Buck, 2 conservative all-stars that would take a critical first step into breaking up the big tech monopolist power over online commerce and speech. It's S2992, and conservatives need to get behind this bill.
Yeah, I also know that they're also working on a bill called the Political Bias and Algorithm Sorting Emails Act that would address big tech's ability to censor certain political emails. Can you talk to us more about that? How big of an issue is that?
I mean, it's an important issue. If you have political campaigns and Google can send the conservative or the Republican emails to spam, and the liberal or the Democrat emails get through, that gives the Democrats a great advantage. The problem with these bills, when you're trying to tell these so-called private companies, they're big tech, they're government-sponsored monopolists, but courts consider them these private companies with First Amendment rights. So the problem is you're going to have First Amendment problems with these types of bills that we just saw with a Supreme Court decision. The bigger solution here is that we need to update and enforce our century-old antitrust laws and break up big tech so they do not have the power to censor, silence, deplatform, cancel conservatives, even a sitting president of the United States, President Trump.
Yeah, something else I'm going to talk about on a different note, Mike. On Tuesday, as you know, the House passed a bill that would give security to the families of Supreme Court justices. I want to get your take on that, and also the fact that protests continue to take place outside of justices' homes.
This is a disgrace, what Attorney General Merrick Garland is allowing to happen. I clerked for Justice Gorsuch. I know Justice Thomas, the Chief Justice, Justice Kavanaugh, all of the justices. There is a federal statute on the books, 18 U.S.C. 1507, that makes it obstruction of justice to show up to a federal judge's home to intimidate them and their families on a pending case. Judge Esther Salas, an Obama appointee, had her 20-year-old son, Daniel, murdered in her home in 2020, and her husband, Mark, seriously injured because someone doxed her and they showed up at her house. This is a deadly game, and the Attorney General needs to step up and do his job. Otherwise, House Republicans, when they take back power in January, must impeach him for his total dangerous dereliction of duty that directly led to an attempted assassin showing up to Justice Kavanaugh's house with a gun, pepper spray, zip ties, padded shoes to murder him, his wife, and their 2 young daughters in the middle of the night.
Well, Mike, we thank you for your time today. Great speaking with you.
Thank you very much.